I don't think that there is much difference between the foreign and the local one. The only difference here is that this is a local game, I mean, between people within communities of Accra or Kumasi or Takrade. And what happens is that these people start on social media. They are able to connect with you for you to get a common story. They look for a common story. Maybe they have been checking your profile. You put pictures of yourself and your single child, you're a single mother. So they also come with a story that will let you buy into this. So at the end of the day, they begin to win your confidence. You begin to trust them, and then you begin to make disclosures of things that you have. For instance, you have a property somewhere, you want to continue and you don't have money and all that. Pam, then they show up that, hey, I have somebody who can give us a loan for us to do this. You can mortgage that facility. I have seen cases where people actually bought cars for these people. They moved away from the cyberspace. They moved physically. They started dating, bought a car for a lady on the birthday, and asked the lady that he wants to go and work on the lady's car, the previous one that the lady was having before giving this gift. Just for the car rentals to come and then say that, hey, somebody rented this car for 2 days. So we are taking that Prado back. And the car for the lady, which was a Toyota Corolla, was gone together with this lover. He never saw the lover again. So there are different forms. It is not all of them who will come and ask you for money. At the point, they create an emergency situation. Hey, I have my mother seriously ill, and they begin to avoid you. So when they avoid you like that, then you are worried. You want to help them solve this problem. If your mother is sick, how is it? They need money for surgery. And that is where you begin to part with money, send money to an account, they withdraw, they ask you, how is mommy? Mommy is fine. One key thing, can we do a video call? I want to see how mommy is doing. No, it's not allowed. Where she is in that regional hospital, the network is not that good. They can even let you talk to somebody who is pretending to be mommy, who is sick. And at the end of the day, you keep on bringing money. You may even sell your items to bring more money so mommy gets better. There's no sick mother anywhere. It is just a journey to extort as much as from you. Now, the other level where it gets to and it becomes serious is when you decide not to do it again. If you are not lucky and you have exchanged nude pictures with these persons, then they get to the level of extorting money from you through the nude pictures, and we call that extortionism. So you can't back out. When you have even come to your senses that this lady or gentleman is not genuine, I don't want to do this anymore, they tell you, hey, you don't have an option. How about that car you have there? Can you sell it? And I'm going to leave the nude pictures out there. And usually what I have seen in the past years, they target well-to-do ladies, single ladies who are doing well within their profession or their business, who don't want any public ridicule. So immediately they move away from impersonating somebody, demanding money from you, and get to the extortionism part. It becomes so critical that you begin to part with every single item that you have to make sure that you don't get embarrassment.
Okay.
Now, when it gets to this stage, there are some people who back off. You won't see them again. And when they back off and you don't see them again, now you have a new crop of people who will contact you and say that, hey, I am a lady like you, I have been a victim. I have a fair idea of where this guy is. I want us to put our resources together so we locate him. I have a police friend who can help you investigate and track this guy down. And they also begin to extort money from you. These are the people we call the scavengers. They come and feed on the little that you have left. And by the time you realize you have lost your property, you have lost money, and you have lost a lover who never loved you.
Great. I mean, before I bring Gertrude in, because you've been following up on these cases, you've shared one localized example with us, for instance. I mean, the car one. I mean, I'm surprised. On your birthday, you go and rent a car, come and give it to a lady, and take her car, and then run away with it. But apart from that, what other forms do they take? Because we're educating people. We want to know the forms they take so we could actually see one when we are being scammed.
Okay, Winston. Now, typically, It will start with unsolicited messages where you are there, you don't know anybody, and then you get an email, you get a phone call, you say wrong number, hey, but I like your voice. The lady you may think that as a young man you are in love with and you are chatting on WhatsApp, on Facebook, may not be a lady, may be another gentleman like you. Now, immediately you start talking and they begin to connect with you at various points. Your stories connect to their story. Oh, my brother died. My sister also died at the same age. Oh, I was kicked out of school. It seems we have something in common. These are symptoms. The third symptom is that they would avoid any physical meeting usually, or even a video call. If you want them to come on a video call, they will create an emergency, or they do not even have, the internet here is very weak, and that you can't have a video call with them. Now, so when you have somebody whose story is always aligning with yours, the person contacted you, you never met him, you try to meet him physically, he or she physically, and is not allowed because there's an emergency, and then they begin to come up with stories of emergency, like, hey, I was trying to come to you, I have been arrested by a police officer, they are saying I'm carrying some drugs, and they need 3,000 cedis. So speak to the police officer. You indeed speak to the police officer, and they say, if you don't give us the money, we are sending this guy away. And there's a guy who said, I was driving to your house to meet you for the first time, and I've been arrested, and you need to pass with money. So it comes in different forms, but the warning signs are very clear. Somebody you have never met who begins to chat to you. Some of them are very patient. If you ask me how long it takes for them to process love, it is very difficult to tell. Some of them can actually chat to you and connect with you on various shows based on the stories you tell them. But at any point in time, when you want to meet them, they won't allow you to meet them. That is a warning sign. And then they begin to tell you things that will let you emotionally connect to them. That is difficult for you to move away within a day without talking to them. When they withdraw, then they are getting ready to come up with a story that, hey, I have an emergency, I have lost my job, we've been robbed, my sister and I, we've been robbed, and she said, I should call my guy to see what he can do because we are currently going to sleep outside. So, hey, as a guy, your lady you are in love with has been robbed. She needs money to go and rent a place. She can't sleep on the street, and you are quick to part with money. So these are the warning signs. But when the demand for money or some help comes in, then begin to see that, hey, I need to get ready because this is a long journey. And when they have sought one, they will always come up for more, just like Oliver Twist.